Normally it is at adult age, not at childhood, but only those children and family members are included who follow their parents. So this conversion takes place family by family, mostly, not in all cases, where the children are already grown up and have become adults. Many a time it happens that they take their own decisions, they don't follow their parents. But where the parents are grown up, but the children are of the normal age, below teenage, etc., it seldom happens that they don't follow. They always follow their parents.
Okay. The last one, Your Eminence. How far or has Ahmadiyya mission contributed in any way to Sierra Leone since the rebel war started?
Contributed?
Yes.
In what way? By way of help?
Socially, economically?
Oh yes, we are doing a lot, yes. We are doing a lot with the grace of Allah. And they know it in Sierra Leone. The way we are helping is visible. Everybody knows there. United Nations organizations recognize that help. And all the NGOs, they know what we are helping without claiming any applause in response to our services. We are doing it with the grace of Allah. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, please.
I'm Samuel Kalon
Yes.
from Joikoya, Kenya, Sierra Leone.
Yes. We've got a very strong and staunch Ahmadi who is also Kalon. His two sons are getting their education here at some university. You don't belong to that family. There's a large number of Kalons?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's a very large family.
It's not a family, is it? Or is it a sort of sub-tribe?
The root is one.
Right, sub-tribe. Right. Please.
Okay. I was invited here today by Dr. Kamara.
Yes.
I never know what is Ahmadiyya. I heard the name, but I don't know what it means.
Have you lived long in Sierra Leone?
Of course. Well, I don't have...
So there is one exception to my statement. There are some people who have been brought up in Sierra Leone and don't know about Ahmadiyyat.
No, I've been hearing about it, but to be frank enough...
You had heard of it,
Yes,
you knew
Ahmadiyya,
but you didn't know much about it.
Yeah.
Is that what you say? Yes, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You see?
Okay.
So I don't know what it really means, the name Ahmadiyya.
You want to know?
Yeah. And why is it separated from Islamia?
I'll explain.
And the third thing, when they are all speaking the same language, that is, Muhammad, in whom be peace and blessings of God, is a messenger to the one God.
They speak the same language, but not only that language, but other languages as well.
Yeah, I hope you...
It is a case of the truth, but not the whole truth.
Okay.
And not a case of nothing but the truth. If they were speaking the same language, all of them, why should there be 72 sects in Islam? And warring sects for that matter. Have you forgotten the strife between Iraq and Iran, which took place only a few years ago? There was a drawn-out war between Iran and Iraq, and both claimed that they were the Muslim Mujahideen, that is, fighting the holy war, against the infidels. According to the Sunni forces of Iraq, Shias of Iran were infidels. They had nothing to do with Islam. So it was pure jihad, the holy war, the Iraqis declared, which was launched against infidels of Iran who claimed themselves to be Muslims. And when a Shia was killed in battle, there was shouts of Allahu Akbar, one infidel less. And exactly the same was happening on the other side of the borders. When Iranians killed an Iraqi, they shouted Allahu Akbar and in fatherless. And, one very less type of slogan. And they all said and claimed and repeatedly mentioned it on television, in newspapers, etc., that ours is the war of Islam and theirs is the war of denial of Islam. So whoever dies on our side is a martyr, he will go straight to heaven. Whoever dies on their side will be hellbound. I doubt if you consider that to be the same language spoken of course, but from different sides. If one is right, the other could not be right. So this is what has become of Islam and what we believe, and this is in short the introduction of Ahmadiyyat to those who do not know much about Ahmadiyyat. The founder of Ahmadiyyat, Hazrat Mirza Ghulam Ahmad of Qadian, made one claim which also covered in fact two claims. He claimed to be that promised reformer which was awaited not only by Muslims but also by Christians. And what was the name of the reformer awaited by Christians? That was Jesus, Messiah. Jesus, son of Mary, the Messiah, was awaited by the Christians to pay a second visit to the earth. And the Muslims were awaiting Al-Mahdi, the guided one, the leader who would be appointed by Allah. But in Islam, these two titles got together. In Christianity, they were awaiting only for one person, that is Messiah. But in Islam, they were awaiting for both, because Hazrat Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam had prophesied that Christ would appear this time among Islam, among Muslims. And as such, it would be a Muslim Christ who would appear during the latter days. So the claim of Hazrat Mirza Sahib was that two different people don't come to the world from same God. What happens is, it is the same person who represents God who is mentioned under different titles. So don't confuse yourself by imagining that there would be one Imam Mahdi born among the Muslims who would claim to be from God, and there would be another by the name of Jesus Christ born among early Christians, in Judaism, in the Jews, paying a second visit to the earth. He said no such thing happens in religious history. Search far and wide, you may hear of people promising, or people being promised, then that an old founder of religion or reformer would again come. But it never happens like that. Somebody does come, the promise is not false, but he only comes in the image of the previous one. So only like that the promise is fulfilled. So don't take those messages too literally. Having argued that, he also gave historical examples in his support. He said, you are awaiting Jesus Christ to come personally, bodily, yet again, because he promised he would come. But you forget his own verdict passed against such literal understanding of the scriptures. What was that verdict?